The black ribbon of asphalt stretched endlessly before them, disappearing into the inky abyss of the night. Sam's hands gripped the steering wheel as he guided the car through the desolation, the headlights cutting through the darkness like a feeble knife. The fuel gauge on the dashboard flirted dangerously close to E, and the rhythmic hum of the engine began to falter. Emily glanced at the barren landscape outside her window, a vast expanse of nothingness broken only by the occasional skeletal remains of long-forgotten trees. The silence inside the car was suffocating, broken only by the sporadic rattling of the loose gravel beneath the tires. "I think we're almost out of gas," Sam admitted reluctantly, his eyes scanning the dimly lit dashboard. Emily sighed, a heavy acknowledgement of their predicament. The nearest town had been a mere dot on the map, promising refuge and a chance to refuel, but now it felt like a distant dream fading into the rearview mirror. "We can't be far from that town," Emily said, trying to inject a note of optimism into the situation. "Let's keep going a little further. Maybe there's a gas station just around the bend." Sam nodded, his knuckles turning white as he gripped the wheel tighter. The ominous glow of the gas warning light cast long shadows across his face, mirroring the unease growing within him. As they pressed on, the darkness seemed to close in around them, and the narrow road became an isolated tunnel leading to an uncertain destination. The occasional flicker of distant stars offered little solace, and the night held a quiet, haunting stillness that echoed with the weight of the unknown. A sign loomed ahead, weathered and barely visible in the low beams. "Next gas station, 50 miles, it announced, as if mocking their dwindling chances of salvation. The realization settled between them like a lead weight. They were running on borrowed time. Desperation crept into the car, matching the anxiety etched on their faces. Unspoken fears lingered in the air, threatening to unravel the thin thread that held their composure intact. The road stretched ahead, unforgiving, and the darkness hid the impending trials that awaited the couple on this desolation road. With every mile that passed, the gas gauge dipped lower, and Sam's eyes darted between the road and the ominous glow of the dashboard. The headlights illuminated the asphalt like a narrow lifeline, revealing nothing but the vast emptiness that surrounded them. As the miles stretched on, hope flickered like a dying flame. Then, just when the despair threatened to consume them, a faint glow emerged on the horizon. A distant silhouette materialized through the darkness, beckoning like a forgotten oasis in the night. "Is that a gas station?" Emily asked, her voice tinged with a mix of relief and disbelief. Sam squinted, his heart quickening with anticipation. The glow became more defined, revealing the shape of a weatherite sign bearing the words, "Last Chancey Gas," in faded letters. A small gas station emerged from the shadows, standing like a lone outpost in the desolate landscape. A gravel road led them to the entrance, the crunching sound beneath the tires amplifying the eerie silence. The gas station appeared frozen in time, as if abandoned by both time and memory. The pumps stood like ancient sentinels, rust clinging to their metal frames, and the building itself bore the scars of neglect. "Weird place to find a gas station," Sam muttered, his skepticism cutting through the sense of relief. The couple parked the car near the pumps, the engine settling into a defeated silence. The air carried a musty scent of aged gasoline and forgotten dreams. A dim light flickered above the entrance, casting long shadows that danced with the wind. As Sam approached the pumps, he glanced around for any signs of life. The station seemed deserted, devoid of the usual hum of activity. The silence was broken only by the distant howl of the wind, carrying whispers of secrets long buried. The couple hesitated, exchanging uneasy glances before Emily broke the silence. "Let's just get enough gas to make it to the next town. This place gives me the creeps." Nodding in agreement, Sam retrieved the nozzle and began filling the tank. The metallic clinks echoed through the stillness, amplifying the surreal atmosphere. As the tank filled, the couple's gaze lingered on the empty windows of the convenience store, wondering what stories the forsaken oasis held within its walls. The gas pump clicked off, signaling a full tank that offered a slim promise of escape from the desolation road. Sam replaced the nozzle and turned toward the dimly lit convenience store, its entrance standing ajar as if inviting them to explore its mysteries. "Stay close," Sam advised, his voice low with a mix of caution and curiosity. Emily nodded, her apprehension mirrored in her eyes. The door creaked open as they entered, revealing a dimly lit interior frozen in time. Shelves lined with dusty, forgotten goods loomed in the shadows, and a layer of grime covered the worn linoleum floor. A vintage cash register, coated in a film of neglect, sat on the counter like a relic from a bygone era. As Sam and Emily ventured further into the store, a subtle hum filled the air, growing in intensity. The flickering fluorescent lights cast an eerie glow, revealing aisles of forgotten snacks and decaying magazines. The hum seemed to emanate from the rear of the store, where a faint light pulsed like a heartbeat. Their eyes fixed on the source, Sam and Emily approached cautiously. Behind the counter, a doorway led to a small back room, its entrance framed by a tattered curtain that swayed with an unseen breeze. The pulse of light intensified, accompanied by a soft melodic hum that seemed to echo through the walls. A silhouette appeared in the doorway, barely visible in the dim light. The figure stood motionless, a phantom attendant from another era, its features obscured by the play of shadows. Sam and Emily exchanged wary glances, uncertain whether to retreat or press on. "Hello?" Sam called tentatively, but the figure remained silent. The hum and melody persisted, weaving an enchanting yet disconcerting tapestry. As they moved closer, the phantom attendant came into view, revealing a spectral form that seemed to hover just above the floor. Its clothing echoed the fashion of decades past, and a flicker of recognition crossed Sam's face. "That uniform, it's from the 1950s, he murmured, his voice barely audible. The phantom attendant's eyes, hollow and ethereal, met theirs. A melancholic gaze seemed to convey a tale of longing and solitude. The hum and melody swelled, entwining the couple in a spectral dance that transcended the boundaries of time. With a subtle gesture, the phantom attendant beckoned toward the rear room, where the pulsating light and haunting melody reached a crescendo. Sam and Emily exchanged a final glance, a silent agreement to follow the enigmatic figure into the heart of the forgotten oasis. As they passed through the curtain, the air thickened with a sense of unreality. The room beyond held secrets untold, and the couple found themselves drawn deeper into the spectral embrace of the gas station's enigmatic past. The room beyond the curtain felt like a forgotten chamber, frozen in time and thick with the weight of unseen histories. The pulsating light led Sam and Emily further into the heart of the gas station's mysteries, each step echoing with a sense of trepidation. The source of the haunting melody became apparent as they entered a small storage room. A vintage jukebox stood against the wall, its cracked and yellowed exterior contrasting with the vibrant colors of forgotten vinyl records. The jukebox seemed to operate on its own accord, cycling through songs from eras long gone. The phantom attendant gestured toward the jukebox, a silent invitation to unlock the stories woven within the melancholic tunes. Sam hesitated before inserting a coin into the aged slot. As the needle descended, a haunting melody filled the room, mingling with the distant hum of the gas station. The air shimmered with spectral energy, and the room transformed. Images materialized like ghostly projections on the peeling wallpaper, each scene a snapshot of lives lived and lost in the forsaken oasis. A couple danced in the flickering light of a bygone era, laughter echoing through the room. Another image revealed a family gathered around a table, their faces frozen in a moment of joy before time eroded their smiles. Each song that played unraveled another tale, a tragic narrative etched into the gas station's very essence. "Are these memories?" Emily whispered, her eyes fixed on the spectral scenes unfolding around them. Sam nodded, his voice filled with a mixture of awe and sorrow. "It's like the gas station is showing us its past, the lives of those who passed through here, trapped in a perpetual dance of echoes." As the jukebox transitioned to a mournful ballad, the images shifted to darker moments. Shadows of arguments, tearful farewells, and desperate faces trapped in the throes of despair played out before Sam and Emily. The gas station, a silent witness to countless human dramas, held onto the imprints of these emotional echoes. The phantom attendant, a silent guardian of the station's memories, watched with hollow eyes as the couple absorbed the spectral tales. The weight of the past pressed upon them, and the room seemed to pulse with the unresolved emotions of those who had crossed paths with the forsaken oasis. As the final notes of the haunting melody faded, the images dissipated like mist, leaving Sam and Emily standing in the dimly lit storage room. The jukebox fell silent, its purpose fulfilled. The phantom attendant beckoned once more, guiding them back through the curtain and into the dimly lit convenience store. Back in the dimly lit convenience store, the air hung heavy with the echoes of the gas station's past. The phantom attendant, a spectral guide through the haunting tapestry of memories, stood silently, urging Sam and Emily to continue their journey. The haunting melody lingered, a ghostly hum that seemed to resonate within the very walls of the forsaken oasis. As the couple hesitated near the entrance, a subtle shift in the atmosphere signaled a change in the gas station's spectral narrative. The dim lights flickered erratically, casting intermittent shadows that danced along the worn linoleum floor. The shelves rattled softly, and the air became charged with an energy that hinted at unseen forces at play. "It feels like the gas station is alive," Emily whispered, her voice barely audible above the haunting melody. Sam nodded, a shared understanding that the forsaken oasis held secrets beyond their comprehension. The phantom attendant gestured toward a narrow hallway at the back of the convenience store, its entrance veiled in darkness. As the couple approached, the melody intensified, weaving a symphony of ethereal notes that seemed to defy the boundaries of time. They entered the hallway, the haunting melody guiding their steps. The air grew colder, and the walls seemed to pulse with an unseen heartbeat. Portraits of forgotten faces adorned the walls, their eyes following the couple as if imploring them to unveil the mysteries that lay ahead. The hallway opened into a larger chamber, a space that transcended the confines of the gas station's physical reality. The haunting melody reached a crescendo, accompanied by the soft hum of an unseen presence. In the center of the room stood an ancient piano, its keys worn with the imprints of countless melodies. A spectral figure bathed in a soft glow sat before the instrument, fingers gliding over the keys with an otherworldly grace. The phantom musician, a manifestation of the gas station's spectral energy, played a haunting composition that echoed through the very fabric of the forsaken oasis. The melody resonated with the emotions of those who had left their imprints on the gas station's history. Sam and Emily stood in awe, captivated by the ethereal performance. The phantom musician's eyes, distant and melancholic, met theirs, conveying a shared understanding of the tragedies and joys woven into the haunting melody. As the last notes echoed in the chamber, the phantom musicians ceased to play. The room fell into an anticipatory silence, the air thick with the lingering resonance of the spectral composition. Guided by the phantom attendant, Sam and Emily traversed further into the heart of the gas station's spectral realm. The dim corridors seemed to stretch endlessly, revealing glimpses of faded memories that clung to the walls like ghostly echoes. As they moved through the labyrinth of the forsaken oasis, the atmosphere grew increasingly charged with anticipation. The phantom attendant's hollow gaze communicated a sense of urgency, as if the gas station itself yearned to share its deepest secrets. They arrived at a room bathed in an otherworldly glow, its walls adorned with ancient symbols that pulsed with spectral energy. In the center stood an ornate mirror, its surface reflective yet ethereal, as if holding a gateway to realms beyond. The phantom attendant gestured toward the mirror, prompting Sam and Emily to peer into its depths. As their reflections blurred, the room transformed, revealing scenes from the gas station's history that had remained shrouded in mystery. A vision unfolded before them, a group of individuals gathered in the very room, their faces etched with a mixture of trepidation and determination. They wore attire from different eras, their presence transcending the confines of time. Among them stood the phantom musician, his fingers poised above the keys of the ancient piano. The haunting melody played once more, a symphony that resonated through the chamber. The individuals joined hands, forming a circle around the mirror. The symbols on the walls shimmered, and the room became a conduit for a supernatural force that transcended the boundaries of the gas station's physical reality. In the reflection, Sam and Emily saw themselves standing at the threshold of the mysterious gathering. The spectral figures turned toward them, acknowledging their presence with eyes that held a haunting familiarity. The phantom attendant communicated with silent gestures, inviting the couple to participate in the spectral ritual that bound the forsaken oasis to the echoes of time. With trepidation, Sam and Emily joined the circle, their hands connecting with those of the spectral figures. As the haunting melody reached its zenith, the room trembled with unseen energy. The mirror's surface rippled like a pond, disturbed by a stone, revealing glimpses of otherworldly landscapes and fragmented memories. The gas station's secrets unraveled, painting a tapestry of tragedies and unfulfilled destinies. The vision culminated in a burst of supernatural energy, casting Sam and Emily back into the dimly lit convenience store. The mirror returned to its reflective state, the symbols on the walls pulsating with the residual energy of the spectral ritual. The phantom attendant regarded them with a solemn expression, its purpose fulfilled. Sam and Emily, still reeling from the supernatural experience, exchanged glances laden with unspoken understanding. The gas station, a nexus of temporal threads, had shared a glimpse of its enigmatic past. The phantom attendant led Sam and Emily to the outskirts of the forsaken oasis, where an ancient cemetery lay hidden beneath the veil of darkness. Tombstones, weathered and cracked, stood like silent sentinels, marking the final resting places of those who had become intertwined with the gas station's spectral narrative. The haunting melody lingered in the air, a mournful refrain that echoed through the cemetery's hallowed grounds. The couple followed the phantom attendant, their steps accompanied by an unsettling sense of inevitability. As they reached the center of the cemetery, a mausoleum loomed, its stone facade adorned with symbols that mirrored those within the gas station. The phantom musician, a spectral figure once more, stood beside the entrance, his eyes reflecting the weight of untold stories. The phantom attendant gestured toward the mausoleum, inviting Sam and Emily to step inside. The air inside the dimly lit chamber seemed to vibrate with the lingering energy of the gas station's spectral history. Rows of ornate coffins lined the walls, each bearing the names of individuals who had once sought refuge in the forsaken oasis. The phantom musician, now a guardian of the mausoleum, approached a particular coffin, its lid adorned with the same symbols that adorned the gas station's walls. With a solemn gesture, the phantom musician beckoned for the lid to be opened. The final toll of the gas station's secrets was about to be revealed. As the coffin creaked open, a spectral figure emerged, a woman of ethereal beauty, her eyes reflecting a deep sadness. She wore clothing from an era long past, her presence resonating with an air of tragic familiarity. The phantom attendant, with a gesture that conveyed both reverence and sorrow, indicated that the woman was the key to understanding the gas station's enigmatic past. The haunting melody, now a gentle lament, played in the background, underscoring the somber moment. The woman's spectral gaze met Sam and Emily's, and a flood of memories surged through their minds. They witnessed moments of joy and despair, love and loss, all interwoven with the forsaken oasis's spectral energy. The woman had been a guardian of the gas station, and her tale held the final pieces of the puzzle. As the spectral narrative unfolded, Sam and Emily learned of a tragic love story that spanned generations. The gas station had become a nexus for souls destined to repeat their stories, each cycle etching new layers onto the tapestry of the forsaken oasis. The woman's gaze conveyed gratitude and a plea for release. The gas station, trapped in a cycle of repeating narratives, yearned for closure. The couple, unwittingly drawn into the supernatural drama, now held the key to breaking the spectral chains that bound the forsaken oasis. The phantom attendant, the guardian of the gas station's history, gestured toward a set of ancient symbols inscribed on the mausoleum's wall. Sam and Emily understood. To break the cycle, they had to perform a ritual that would free the trapped souls and bring peace to the spectral guardian. With hesitant determination, they traced the symbols on the mausoleum's wall, the haunting melody intensifying as they channeled the gas station's energy. The symbols pulsed with a supernatural glow, and the spectral woman, her expression a mix of sorrow and relief, began to fade. As the ritual reached its climax, a surge of supernatural energy enveloped the mausoleum. The haunting melody reached a crescendo before dissolving into a gentle breeze that carried the whispers of released souls. The gas station, once a spectral tapestry of unresolved stories, stood silent. The phantom attendant, now a specter of gratitude, conveyed a final solemn gesture before vanishing into the ethereal realms. Sam and Emily, still standing in the ancient cemetery, felt the weight of the gas station's history lift from their shoulders. The haunting echoes of the past subsided, leaving behind a quiet sense of closure. As the first light of dawn broke on the horizon, the couple emerged from the cemetery, forever changed by their journey through the forsaken oasis. The gas station, no longer bound by the chains of repeating narratives, stood as a silent witness to the passage of time. The desolation road stretched ahead, leading Sam and Emily toward a new chapter. The haunting melody, now a distant echo, served as a reminder of the enigmatic journey they had undertaken. The gas station, once a spectral labyrinth of unresolved stories, had found its peace, and the couple carried the bittersweet tales of the forsaken oasis with them as they drove into the light of a new day.